As an anime reviewer, and a reviewer of many other things, you try to build yourself this thing known as a credibility. You can be in an intense argument about an anime, and the moment someone says, "Oh, you haven't even seen Bebop or Eva, so you don't know what good is," it doesn't matter how wrong or right the other person is, but you're already put in a position that you can't get out of, unless you watch it. Cowboy Bebop has been called the Star Wars of anime, and is on many lists as favorite anime. But is it just a nostalgic rush, or is it really an anime worth of its title? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Ocean Planet. My name is WK, and today we are diving into Cowboy Bebop. So if you haven't guessed it by now, I've had no prior knowledge of Cowboy Bebop up until the point of this review. Other than the hype that surrounds the show, of course. It made it to Glass Reflections as a #1 recommended anime to watch before you die, and Anime Zone, which had Spike Spiegel, the main character, as #1 coolest character. And they really sparked my interest into watching Cowboy Bebop. And I must say that the hype surrounding the show is well deserved. The story of Cowboy Bebop is told episodically, while the main narrative is woven into the story. It is a story of redemption while also being a story of finding your way. Main characters are introduced, go through some character development, and then come to resolutions within themselves, and even the people around them. The setting also greatly adds to all of this because everything's in space! For the most part, at least. Also, the whole crew's broke. Jet Black, the all-around technician, cook, and former cop paired up with Spike, the quote-unquote space cowboy, lead to the comedy in the former part of the series. These two are bounty hunters and hunt pretty high-end targets. But what happens to the money? Take it away, Jet Black.
Really call it bell peppers and beef, now would you?
Yes, I would.
Well, it's not!
It is when you're broke, alright?
What happened to the million Wulong reward we got for that last guy?
The repair bill for that cruiser you wrecked, and the one from that shop you trashed, and the medical bill from the cop you injured. Kill the dough!
In the later part of the series, we meet Faye Valentine, the gun-toting, cigarette-smoking vixen, Ein, the Welsh corgi, and Ed, a super hacker and 12-year-old girl who makes the show zany and upbeat, especially when the more dark moments of the show come. She works kind of like a palate cleanser to keep you going to the next episode. At first, I was kind of iffy about the Bebops. The first couple of episodes were good and fun to watch, but I didn't really get into it until the episode Ballad of the Fallen Angel, which really propels the story and makes you curious as to what the characters really have to hide and oppress inside themselves. Each episode has new batches of characters introduced, except for the exception of a few, and every character gets fleshed out enough to where we see just enough of them to get through the episode and be happy with the resolution of said episode. Along with this, you see a character development well hid that by the time when you reach the end of the series, you almost feel like you're part of the family that is on Bebop. You get somewhat emotionally attached to everyone on the ship, which is a great thing about this show. Honestly, however, I gotta say that sometimes I did feel a little rushed into finishing an episode. Sometimes, while watching, I would have this suspension of reality and was enveloped, and then all of a sudden... and my suspension would come crashing down as I clicked on next episode. This only happened a few times, mind you, but it was usually on an episode I was really enjoying. It was almost like walking up a mountain, and before you get to the top you discover a hole that went already to the downhill slope. Something that is very, very much worth talking about is the music. The music was absolutely phenomenal. There's a mixture of jazz and blues that keeps this feeling retro, and it should. I mean, this show was made in the 90s. The opening really does make you excited while you hear the famous
I think it's time to blow this scene. Get everybody in the stuff together. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's jam.
While slap bass gets funky under it, you get pumped for the episode. The anime was also made with cell shades, where it was drawn rather than CGI'd up the ass like big budget shows nowadays, but it can still hold up even with the higher budgeted ones made. With all this being said, Cowboy Bebop is worthy of every merit and appraisal that it has been given. I thoroughly enjoyed watching this show, and I might even say that watching this anime at the point in my anime watching career has made it that much more enjoyable. Cowboy Bebop receives a 9 out of 10 with the ultimate recommendation of a watch and buy. As always, thank you for diving into the ocean with me, and until next time, keep swimming.
I think it's time to blow this scene. Get everybody in the stuff together. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's jam.